Hello there! Just a quick note for all the grown-ups who are listening. We just launched the Curious Kids Everyday online store. We have all kinds of things like shirts and hats and magnets, but the thing I'm most excited about is that I have remastered all of the Captain Curious adventures, and they are all available in 4 different albums. You can read more about it at CuriousKidsEveryday.com/store. Okay, on to the episode. How do fireworks work? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, have you ever watched a fireworks show before? How would you describe fireworks? They're loud, they're colorful. Do you like watching fireworks? I grew up going to a theme park called Disney World, and let me tell you, they do fireworks a lot at Disney World. They do them every single night. So I have seen fireworks just over and over again, and I'm always amazed by them. Have you ever wondered what exactly a firework is? I mean, it's obviously some kind of explosive. It sounds like a bomb going on. But usually, when you think of explosions, you don't really imagine something colorful and round. I was thinking about fireworks today because I got a couple of questions from a couple of kids in the Curious Kids Club named Luca and Emma. They were curious.
What makes fireworks in different shapes? How does fireworks explode in different shapes?
Let's figure it out today. A firework that shoots up into the sky is usually called an aerial shell. Can you say aerial shell? The shell is placed inside a tube called a mortar. Have you ever seen a cannonball shoot out of a cannon? It's kind of the same idea, except this cannon, mortar, is pointing up towards the sky. The reason for the mortar is to make sure that the firework goes up when the lift charge starts. Oh, what's a lift charge? Well, see, at the bottom of the shell is a small amount of black powder. Black powder is a mixture that burns very quickly and makes hot gas. And when that powder burns, guess what happens? The gas pushes the shell up and out of the mortar really fast. That first push out of the mortar is the lift charge. It's the part that launches the firework into the air. Now, inside the firework shell, there's something called a fuse. Do you know what a fuse is? You might have seen it before in a cartoon or a movie. A fuse is a small path that fire can travel along. So you light the end of the fuse, and then the fire travels along the fuse until it gets to the end. For an aerial shell, the fuse is timed just right so that the shell can fly upward before it explodes. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still need to talk about why it explodes in the first place. When the fire reaches the middle of the shell, it lights another part called the burst charge. The burst charge breaks the shell open in the sky, and this is when the colorful part happens. Inside the shell are tiny packed pellets called stars. They are the parts that make the colors and the sparkles that you see in the sky. Each star contains ingredients that burn and make light. Some ingredients help the fire burn, and some help provide oxygen for the burning, and some ingredients help make the color. And that color, this is pretty cool, it comes from metal salts. See, different materials can glow different colors when they get very hot. Strontium makes red, barium makes green, Copper makes blue. Sodium makes yellow. Isn't that cool? So when you see fireworks, it's not like a dye or a paint or something. It's actually different metals that make the colors. Now, the shape of the firework depends a lot on how the stars are arranged inside the shell. If the stars are packed in a circle, then the firework will spread out in a round shape when it explodes. When we think of fireworks, that's mostly what we think of. But if the stars are arranged in a different pattern, like, say, it could have stars for the eyes and then a nose and a smile, well, then when it explodes in the sky, you'll see a smiley face up there. Now, have you ever wondered why you see a firework explode before you hear the boom? Have you ever noticed that? Well, that's because light reaches your eyes faster than the sound reaches your ears. Light travels faster than sound. So if you're far away, you'll see the flash first and then hear the boom a moment later. And that's how fireworks work. It's a big chain reaction, and you've got to be so careful when you're handling a firework. You want the aerial shell, or the firework, to be very far away from you when the fuse hits the middle of the shell and creates the burst charge. But when it all works right, whew, what a beautiful sight. Okay, let's have a quick quiz and see what we learned today. What is the tube called that helps launch an aerial shell into the sky? It's called a mortar. And what part pushes the firework shell upward? That's called the lift charge. And what are the small pellets inside the firework shell called? Those are the stars. They are what make all the color. And why do you see the flash before you hear the boom? Because light travels faster than sound. Let's play true or false. True or false? The colors in fireworks usually come from special materials that give off colored light when they get very hot. Yep, that's true. True or false? The stars inside a firework are the same kind of stars that we see in space. No, that's false. True or false? The shape of a firework can depend on how the stars are arranged inside the shell. That is true. One more. True or false? The lift charge is the part that opens the shell high in the sky. No, that's false. The lift charge launches the shell into the air, and the burst charge is what opens it. Would you rather create your own fireworks show for your friends to watch, or once per day be able to shoot a firework out of your finger? I've seen a lot of fireworks shows in my time, and I think it'd be really cool to create my own. All right, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I help control when something happens. Fire travels along me, and I let the shell fly upward before the burst charge opens it. What am I? I am the fuse. Okay, so a firework shell is launched from a mortar by a lift charge. A fuse helps time the burst, and that way the firework can get into the air before it explodes. Then the burst charge opens the shell, and tiny stars inside burn to make the colors and shapes that we see up in the sky. And those colors? They come from metal salts. I didn't know very much about fireworks before making this episode, and I had so much fun learning about how they work. The aerial shell is an amazing little contraption. We've just got to be really careful with them. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Happy birthday to Zipporah from New York, who's turning 7. Happy birthday, Zipporah! Anatole is from Norway, and Anatole is turning 6. Happy birthday, Anatole! Kingsley from Sydney, Australia is turning 8. Happy birthday, Kingsley! Nev is turning 7. Happy birthday, Nev! Jack from Colorado is turning 6. Happy birthday, Jack! Monroe from Ohio is turning 5. Happy birthday, Monroe! Jua from California is turning 3. Happy birthday, Jua! Tabitha from the UK is turning 6. Happy birthday, Tabitha! Amelia from North Carolina is turning 6. Happy birthday, Amelia! Miles from Connecticut is turning 5. Happy birthday, Miles! Seamus from Ontario, Canada is turning 4. Happy birthday, Seamus! Everett from Michigan is turning 5. Happy birthday, Everett! And Tycho is from Washington, and Tycho is turning 5. Happy birthday, Tycho! To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow!